All right, so overnight in Paris for the Paralympics, Australian Alex O'Leary has won gold twice, again for heats and in a final. Also breaking the world record twice there, which is pretty awesome stuff in the women's 100-metre freestyle.
Absolutely great stuff there.
So great stuff.
World record. I tell you what, I would way rather have a world record to my name than a gold medal.
Gold medal?
Right?
Yeah, it's the toss or turn, isn't it? I feel like the world record is such a huge statement. So if you can nail both, you're doing pretty all right.
You just hope you hold on to it for a couple of years.
But yes, currently in the Paralympics, Australia is 9th. We have dropped down a few spots on the medal tally. So hopefully
it's early days.
It is early days. Hopefully we can pick it back up. Now, this is really interesting. So a bunch of legislations around Australia have come in to talk about cats and how much they're having an impact on the environment and killing wildlife, native wildlife, things like that.
Okay, like birds, possums.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So they're responsible for the death of millions of this wildlife around the place. So there's all this new rules coming into place about how we're going to stop this. And it is quite funny that there are a bunch of states, doing curfews for cats. So
cat curfew.
Yeah. So
they're allowed to wander the streets in the day.
Yeah.
But at night time, lock them up.
So in Victoria, they're introducing new laws where, hey, at a certain point in time, mittens, you're gonna come back in.
Shaking the trees.
Yeah, it hits a certain time where there's a cat curfew and they've got to come inside. Other states are being a little bit more strict and saying you just can't have a certain amount of cats at all.
Right.
And then there's other states like the ACT that are just saying you can't let them outside at all if you're in certain regions. They have to be indoor cats strictly.
Yeah, okay, so we got cat curfew. What's the cat cap? How many cats can you have?
It's not said yet.
Okay.
They haven't come up with a definitive answer. They haven't got a cat curfew time either, if you're going to ask that. They don't have a lot of answers just yet. They're just saying new laws will come. Yeah.
How many cats do you think would be too many cats?
To the point where neighbourhood kids start calling you the crazy cat lady, I would feel is too many. Maybe 6 or 7.
Right, I'd say 3 or more is too many. Yeah, I reckon 2's the limit.
A lot of people have more than 3 cats, though.
Yeah,
it's kind of normal.
I think just like it's same as dogs. I think if you have more than 2 dogs, like it's a bit much.
It's just an animal house. And lastly, in the news, a bit of science here. Scientists have determined that aging happens in waves as opposed to steady ongoing kind of trajectories, and that the ages 44 and 60 is where you'll start to experience a lot more aging, susceptibleness to flu, alcohol hits a bit harder and things like that. So 44 and 60 is where you just got to ride it out for a little bit because it's going to be tough. Tom, we are talking bad breakups and pretty much how'd you get broken up with? And it comes off a story of one of our great producers, Izzy, who's in the studio with us right now.
Yes, Izzy, good morning. You told us this story last week and it is a real doozy.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Now, you got broken up with, sorry, our condolences, our deepest apologies, but you got broken up with earlier this year.
Yes, I did.
And you were telling us the story of how you got broken up with. Can you share that again one more time to refresh our memory?
It is a horrible thing with radio to say, look, condolences, yep. Let's go through all of that, but can you come on live radio and tell everyone about it?
Relive these horrible memories with us.
While laughing at me, that's great. Yes, I got broken up with in February of this year, like a week before Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Right.
Terrible timing.
Yeah, that's not good timing.
So I just graduated beauty school that day. And I was house sitting. And
so you're having a good day.
Yeah, it was a great day.
Yeah,
it was
house
really
sitting,
good.
house to yourself, I assume.
Yeah.
You just graduated from beauty school. You're living at large. Is it a weekend?
It was a Tuesday, I think.
Well, you've just graduated. It's a weekend.
How many questions do you want to ask?
It's the weekend now.
Was it a sunny day? Was the sky blue?
Were the birds chirping?
All right, so what happened? He goes to break up. How does he do it? How does he go about it?
He rocked up unannounced. I had no idea he was coming. And I opened the door and he looks like a little lost puppy. And he had a letter in his hands.
A letter?
And a basket of all of my stuff.
Right.
A washing basket.
Okay.
Now, the letter, was this typed up or was it handwritten?
It was handwritten and he spelt my name wrong.
He spelled your name wrong. How long were you together?
A year and a half.
So long enough to know how to spell your name.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Also, Izzy is quite a common name too. I think it doesn't matter how long you're with someone, probably should know how to spell it.
Now, Izzy, what did the letter entail?
Basically just telling me that he loves me, but it's not working. And then there were little like teardrops on the letter.
So he was quite visibly upset as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, right.
when he gave the letter to you, did he dip and you read it by yourself, or what happened?
No, I think he was going to, but I made him come in and sit down while I read it.
Well, so he was going to do a runner, just leave you with the letter, and you're like, no, you sit down,
you sit
and
down.
I'm going to read it in front of you. Wow.
Did you read it aloud, or were you reading it silently and be like, okay?
I was reading it silently, and then sometimes I'd read parts and I'd go back and be like, oh, really? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, and by the way, there's a typo on my name, so...
Look, I reckon this is possibly one of the worst ways to break up with someone. But hey, we want to hear from the Fresh fam now. How'd you get broken up with, Adelaide? Is there anyone out there that got broken up worse, you reckon, than the handwritten letter?
See, the common ones that are generally bad, a phone call is considered bad, text message even worse. I think
Email.
a letter,
fax.
email. Can you imagine?
Airdrop.
Has anyone ever faxed someone to break up with them?
Horrible stuff, but the letter does take the cake at the moment. Let us know, is there a worse way you've been broken up with?
Let's just jump straight into it. We're going to go to Salisbury. We got Ruth on the line. Ruth, good morning to you. How'd you get broken up with?
Hey guys, so this was actually my best friend. So she went to this boy's house to get broken up with. She walks through the door, and as she opens the door, like surround sound on the speakers, Post Malone Fall Apart starts playing. Like, yeah.
And this is just playing throughout the whole house.
Right? Yeah, and she's like, says the guy's name, and she's like, where are you? Keeps walking down, and then when she gets finally into the kitchen, he's there sitting on a chair, and he's like, hello, we need to chat.
Dressed like
there.
Post Malone cosplay.
Yeah.
Hey, Alexa,
But it was insane.
Alexa, play my sad playlist. I want her to feel bad.
Yeah, Ruth, that is a pretty crazy breakup story.
Jody in Morphettvale, can you top her? What's your breakup story?
Yeah, it's my partner who I'm with now.
Right.
When we were in high school, we had exchange students come over from Canada for about a year. I think they were here, and he fell in love with one of them, and they were together pretty much the whole time she was here. And then she went back to Canada. He saved up for like nearly a year to go over Canada to be with her for a few months. And when he got to the airport in Canada, her parents picked him up, and when he got back to her parents' place, she was sitting in the lounge room with her new boyfriend.
Whoa!
Yep.
What do you do? Did
That
he
is
walk
rough.
out? It's like, who is this guy? It better be your brother.
Did they stay in contact? Did she just forget to reveal that she's fallen in love with someone else?
Well, I don't think she forgot as such. I just don't think she wanted to face him as such, and probably didn't want to let him down and disappoint him either, because, they were head over heels mad about each other when they were, together.
I guess at least a positive is that you're already on holiday. You're like, well, I guess I'll hit the slopes in Canada, take my mind off of it.
Yeah, half glass full right there.
Yeah, well, I know he did hit the parents' bar and pretty much clean that out. And
Oh, you would.
spent most of the time with her brother.
Rough time.
Oh, that is a real rough breakup story. Thanks for getting involved, Jody. We appreciate it. Let's wrap things up here. We're heading over to Craigburn Farm with Alex. Alex, how'd you get broken up with, mate?
Oh, g'day, guys.
G'day.
In the 70s, I was an air traffic controller in the Air Force, but I was
yeah.
working at an exercising Rockhampton control tower. I received a letter, and my girlfriend said that she'd gone to a party, and the only other girl who was there she got talking with. And the other girl said, oh, look, my boyfriend's in the Air Force. And she said, so is mine. And she said, oh, mine's an air traffic controller. And the other one said, so is mine.
Uh-oh.
And it was me.
It was you!
And they
You were
both
double
signed the
dipping.
letter. Yeah, so they both signed the letter.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
God.
I lost one and I had to grovel to stay with another one.
Alex, you are the Fresh Fan of the Week for today. You're going in the draw for $200, mate. That is an insane story. I can't believe you'd stitch yourself up like that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't tell them about the third one, but that was okay.
It's a long list.
Yes, the Weird Weekly wrap-up every Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. We talk
Yes.
about some of the weird things that we see around the streets of Adelaide. There's always something weird going down.
Always. All right. Let's kick it off, Tom.
Let's jump into it.
So I was on a walk yesterday in the suburbs on the way to the gym.
In the burbs.
Yep, exactly
Oh,
right.
on the way to the gym. Had to sneak that in there, didn't you?
No sneak. I want everyone to know. But yeah, so I'm walking through the suburbs and there's this open gate with these two big dogs behind it.
Right, big dogs.
Yeah, and I'm watching this guy with a laptop bag. He's obviously come from work. He goes past the house. He then turns to the gate. And then he sticks his whole hand through the gate and starts patting the dogs. And I thought, does he live here? And then he kept on patting them and then he just walked off.
Right,
And I thought,
didn't live there.
No, he doesn't live there. And I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit strange. One of our producers says it's not strange. She pats random dogs all the time. But I thought it was a little bit odd. And you don't know if they're going to bite you.
I wouldn't go around patting random dogs
dogs
behind a fence, especially big dogs, because you just don't know.
It's ballsy.
On my way to the supermarket the other day, Callum, I was walking past a bus stop and there was a group of middle-aged Caucasian men. There was maybe 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, sure.
And they had this big industrial-sized speaker.
Right.
I'm talking like things that we'd have at our events, right?
Okay, so not even like a Milwaukee, one of those tradey ones, like a big proper
I'm talking a big
event.
proper speaker.
Yeah.
They're blasting some rap music. I don't know if it was Cursor or 360.
It's always Aussie rap.
But they, all 4 or 5 of them, rapping it word for word by the bus stop.
Jeez.
Tell you what, it
Right.
was a bit of a vibe. But
So it's like a barbershop quartet of
Australian rap.
These rat bags doing Australian rap. Was at a birthday thing the other day, Tom.
Okay.
And there was a bloke there who is just notorious for loving food, you know, always straight there to the table to get the first hands on everything, right?
Gotcha.
There's a cake sitting there, and obviously it's not at the time of the party where the cake is going to be eaten. It's quite early.
Yeah.
But it's still on the table there.
Yeah, you wait till the candles are lit, blow
Exactly.
it out, then you give cake
Oh,
to
look,
everyone.
cake time is probably in an hour or something.
Yeah.
It's far away, but it's just sitting there. I catch a glimpse of him. The cake is covered in Glad wrap over the top. He is stroking the cake like a cat.
What?
Just ready to pounce on it. He is stroking
What?
it
Over the Glad wrap?
over the Glad wrap, yeah.
What the hell?
Just that keen on the cake, he's giving it a pat. Like he's claiming ownership over a pet.
How long was he patting this cake for?
About 20 seconds.
20
Enough for me to notice and think that's really, really odd.
Was he purring as well?
Wasn't purring.
Was it like a stroke action? was it like a rough pat?
No, it was stroke. It was gentle stroke, as if he, admired the cake and ready to really have a crack at it in an hour's time.
That makes me feel
You're
very
ill.
uneasy. There you go, Adelaide. That's your weird weekly wrap up for this week.
Tom, some alarming stats have come out to talk about the shower habits of people and whether you use your phone in the shower. Now,
Thank
keep
God.
in mind, what habit were you hoping they wouldn't tap into?
Jeez, it's only 20 to 8, mate.
What do you mean 20% of people wear a cape in the shower? But no, it is how many people use their phone in the shower. Now, keep in mind, this survey is strictly for the Brits at the moment. This is a British survey. It isn't reflecting Australians so far.
So we might have to do our own survey here on air.
I think we're going to have to do our own, yes. We're going to have to ask the Fresh Fam, do you do this? Because there's no stats whatsoever on Australians with this.
So what's the stats coming from this survey? What is this to do with phones in the shower?
This is how many people over in Britain use their phone while in the shower or the bath, using things like FaceTime, going on calls, stuff like that. So a pure dependency for using technology while the water is running. And if you look at the stats, it says 67% of people over in the UK have admitted to using their phone in the shower, which is huge.
That seems pretty high.
It's a high number, isn't it? It seems absurdly high because I don't do it. I think it seems a bit weird. I used to back in the day. I'd chuck my phone in a sandwich bag so it wouldn't get wet and I could play music, but I don't do that anymore. Do you do it?
Yeah, I do it. I don't put it in a sandwich
You're
bag.
not sandwich
though.
bagging it?
Why would you put it in a sandwich bag?
For obvious reasons that I don't want my phone to get wet.
Okay, well, what about when it's raining?
What do you mean?
Do you carry your phone in a sandwich
The
bag
rain
around in
isn't-
case it rains?
The rain isn't pissing water down like a heavy
It
tap.
can be.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't pull out my phone in a thunderstorm. And if I did, maybe I put it in a sandwich bag.
No, I don't. I don't bag it up. But yeah, I take my phone into the shower because I like have my speaker set up outside the shower in the bathroom. And I'll just have my phone. I've got this little shelf in the shower that sits up pretty high, like above the water, where it sits shampoos and soaps and that.
I was going to say, you haven't installed the shelf just for the phone. That's my phone shelf. It's a nice wooden, sanded shelf.
Made it in Year 9 wood tech. So I pop my phone up there, so it avoids all the water and like it's high enough that the steam doesn't really affect it. And it's just there in case, a song comes on shuffle play and I want to switch to the next one.
Yeah, okay, so it's purely for music. Are you taking phone calls in there or texting?
I'm yet to take a phone call in the shower.
I think it would be such a strange thing to ring up a mate and then you hear the water. Are you at Niagara Falls? And then they turn around and say, look, I'm in the shower. I'm talking to you naked.
Look, let's go to the phones here. Who else out there in Adelaide is using your phone in the shower? Better yet, if someone's in the shower right now listening to Fresh and you've got your phone nearby, can you give us a buzz from the shower?
Oh, that'd be an absolute cracker. Because if you look at the survey, right, it says 21% of people use it strictly for FaceTime and video calls. Like, what the hell?
You know what? Let's make this interesting. If you're in the shower right now and you can give us a buzz, the first person to call up from their shower will win a double pass to Symphony.
Also, you can't ball crap us. You have to have some sort of proof that you're in the shower. We need to hear that drizzle.
Let's go to Salisbury North. We got Leah on the line first. Leah, are you in the shower right now?
No, I'm not.
Not in the shower, okay. But Leah, do you use your phone in the shower?
Yes, I do.
What do you use your phone for in the shower, Leah?
I use it to listen to music on Spotify and YouTube.
All right, cool. Yeah,
Fair
so
enough.
do you
And
text?
sometimes I might get, no.
No text. Sometimes you might what? Sorry, Leah?
Sometimes if I get a phone call in there while I'm listening to music, I'll answer.
Do you let them know you're in the shower?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I will have you know, before this conversation can proceed, I am naked.
Hey, James over in Paradise, mate, are you using your phone in the shower?
Mate, you got to up your game. Get an Alexa, Google Home, Siri, something like that. No phone in the shower.
Okay, so you've got a speaker that you can shout out to if you want to play songs so it stops you from having to use your phone in the shower and potentially breaking it.
Absolutely, it works seamlessly.
Right, so
Even plays Fresh.
James, have you ever taken your phone into the shower, or is that blasphemy in your
Never
house?
taken the phone into the shower.
Mate, I'm telling you, give it a go. You won't look back.
James,
I don't know about it. I'll have to trust you on that one.
you need to try my method of the sandwich bag. Slip your phone in that.
Don't do that. Hey, let's wrap things up. Ryan over in Mount Barker, mate. Are you in the shower right now?
Yeah, I'm in the shower right now, mate.
You're in the shower right now, Ryan. What water
Yeah, I
is...
jumped straight in.
It's dripping down
clothes
your
and
back.
everything, mate.
Is the
Oh, mate, I've still got my jocks on. I jumped straight in.
Wait, did you
I
go...
don't usually do it. My phone's not exactly waterproof, but you know.
Ryan, did you go in the shower just for us, or were you in the shower when you were listening?
No, I jumped straight in, mate. Clothes and all.
Ryan, that is commitment.
Hang on a second, mate. I just dropped the soap. Hang on. There you go. No, got it. All good. I just soaping up now, mate.
Ryan, that is commitment, mate. Double pass to Symphony next Friday's coming your way.
All right, thank you very much. Awesome.
Cheers,
Good on,
Ryan.
I can get out now. Stop wasting water. I'm on tank water, so yeah.
Yeah, good on you. Save the hot water, mate. I embarrassed myself the other day on the street.
Yep, what happened?
I saw someone waving to someone behind me, and of course, I did the classic thing where I do the whole point to myself, like, me?
Yes,
And
you're
then-
talking to me?
And then I waved back,
Sure.
and then I hear someone behind me go, "Hey, how are ya?" And
It's
I'm
a
like, oh, God.
Brutal realization. You've embarrassed yourself. It's in public. You know, if you're near a cafe, that's even worse.
It's one of those feelings where you just get it in the bottom of your gut and you're like, oh, Jesus, that's embarrassing. And, you know, you get that thing like, how am I going to face these people? I'm walking right past them. How am I
Yeah.
going to face them? And I just do the classic thing, pull out a phone, or I just look at my shoes and walk past them in embarrassment. But what if there's no escape, Callum? Because after that hellish experience, we had a meeting at a local cafe with one of our consultants, 7-time premiership player George Fiarchi for Port Adelaide. We know he's listening. Good morning, George.
God, he would love that you've given him the 7 premiership plug. That's pretty much on his ID.
Actually, I think it might be 6.
I don't think he even won a premiership, actually.
No, but as we were there at this local cafe, the most embarrassing thing happened to him where he's sitting there, we're having a chat about the show, and this lady walks past and she does this whole double take thing, looks at him and goes, "Oh my God, hey, how are you?" Comes up, like taps him on the shoulder. It's like, "I haven't seen you in ages, how you going?"
Yeah.
George responds like, Yeah, nah, good. Yeah, how you been? What's been going on? What's new with you?
Yeah, he went in for the attack.
Yeah, and her face completely changed from happy, excited to, "I don't know you." And George has gone, "Oh." And then she's like, "I'm so sorry. I thought you were my husband's friend. I actually have no idea who you are. Have a good day." And she walks off and George is just sitting there like, what just happened? But he embarrassed himself by going the whole route of, "Yeah, I know you."
Yeah, it's one of those things, I guess you get to a certain age, you're just happy anyone will talk to you. Even if you don't know them. He was fully aware that they had no connection whatsoever, but he was happy to have a chat.
Yeah, just wanted someone. We were talking about lucky clothes the other day, and we were reminiscing on all the lucky clothes that we might have had back in the day until you revealed your lucky piece of clothing, which I think, I don't even want to take this away from you. Just go ahead. What's your lucky clothing?
It is, ladies and gentlemen, a lucky piece of underwear. It is a lucky pair of underwear, and for whatever reason, I feel like it just brings good energy and good vibes.
Can you tell us, Callum, what is the colour of said lucky underwear?
It is gold, as you would expect a lucky piece of clothing to be.
Lucky
and there's
gold
there's no reason for it to be lucky apart from the fact really that it is
that
gold.
They're gold, yeah.
I think just out of the bunch, it's got the most striking colour. So I always think, this one will bring good energy and morale to the night.
Has anything ever happened while wearing the lucky gold undies?
Not that I can account. I can't think of any time I've won the Powerball or something and then I go to the bathroom and say, "Oh yeah, of course, that makes sense. I was wearing the lucky underwear." I think it's just more of a superstition that I think good things will happen if I wear it, but nothing in particular just yet.
Right, and we're going to go to the text line in just a moment, 0428 927 927. Do you have a lucky piece of clothing, Adelaide? Hey, we've got our producer, Izzy, back in the studio with us. Izzy,
hello.
You've got a couple pieces of lucky clothing.
I do. I've got a lucky pair of underwear and I've got a lucky bra.
Right,
So
and
the underwear is a gold.
No.
Right.
is the bra gold?
No.
What makes them lucky then?
Yeah, has there something happened on a day, on a night out? Did you win something while you're wearing them? Why are they lucky?
The lucky underwear, I always seem to win something if I go to pokies. I always end up walking out big or something, or if I play blackjack. But
Right.
the bra,
Gamble responsibly.
Of course.
exactly. The bra, I never end up paying for anything.
Don't pay for drinks because of the bra.
Leave that to the imagination.
It sounds less and less like a superstition kind of energy thing, and it's just,
Yeah, but it's lucky for me.
the bra
so
just
I'll
does you
take
well.
it.
I mean, for me, the luckiest piece of clothing I ever had was way back when I was in primary school. I had this T-shirt. It was yellow, and it had this black question mark on it, question box.
What, like you're the Riddler?
No, not a question mark, like a question box, like some
Right,
text
okay.
inside the question box. And all it said was, "Let's have a pizza party." I wore that shirt, and 2 times while I was wearing that shirt, I got pizza. I got given pizza. Mum said to me, "You know what? Just because you're wearing the shirt, let's go get some pizza today."
Reminded me of pizza. I'll get some pizza. Yeah, I would count that as lucky.
It's reminiscent to the Drake and Josh episode where they have the lucky shirt.
We gotta have that shirt. It made a model kiss me.
But instead of a model kissing me, I got pizza parties.
You were kissed by a pepperoni pizza on the lips.
Look, do you have a lucky piece of clothing, Adelaide? Somebody's texted through saying, "I have a lucky hair tie that if I don't use that hair tie, my whole day goes wrong."
Yeah, big superstitions on that one.
I wonder what goes wrong for your day. Is it just bad hair day or everything? everything in your life is turning to shambles.
Hair goes in your face, you're tripping over. Who knows? This one here from Max. Lucky sunglasses. Only say that because I either break or lose my other ones on nights out.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the invincible sunnies that just never go missing.
I mean, that's just, you kind of have those sunnies though, don't you? You have your nice pair of sunnies that you wear out on like, to have coffee, on days for work. But then you have your cheapies, your cheap pair of sunnies that you wear if you know there's a good chance you might lose them.
Oh, got a wine to it today. Yeah, I'll hop by the servo. Yeah. Get a nice pair of $20 aviators.
Stop off at OTR on the way. Hey, Rochi's texted in here saying he has a black hoodie from Outlaw Speed Shop that he's owned for 12 years.
12 years? All right.
There you go.
Long haul. Must be very lucky. I like this one. It's from John. Lucky a Cobra hat. My wife hates it, especially when I bring it to restaurants.
John, you can't be bringing in a Cobra to restaurants, can you?
Imagine your wife being like, John, we're not going to Hog's Breath or Outback Jack's today. You can leave the Cobra at home.
You get your steak knife. He's like, that's not a knife.
Yeah.
Hey, another text here. I have a lucky pair of socks. Yeah.
Nice one.
Quite a few people have lucky socks.
This one here, lucky mouth guard that doesn't fit all the way that well anymore and makes my gums bleed, but I play so well when I wear it.
Lucky mouth guard, yeah, right. That's a bit of a sporting superstition there.
A lot of the athletes do have those sporting superstitions, especially with the socks. The Guernseys, what you wear.
If your lucky mouth guard is making your gums bleed, though, like would it have the same luck if you put it in the sock and you just have it on your body? You don't have to put it in. Wear a mouth guard that fits.
Just has to be skin on skin contact.
Yeah.
Just don't put it in your mouth.
Just give it a try. Hey, let's wrap things up here. I have a lucky pair of headphones that are basically falling apart and only one side works, but my day's always so much better when I wear them.
Good on you. Keep the music pumping.
I feel like it'd be better if you have both ears working.
Once again, one of those things that doesn't seem super lucky.